Hey hey hey. Guys. Cut the crap guys. Albert, get off of me. You pervert. We got a job to do.
Brenda is right. We have to stop shelters from closing and having the establishment put more people on the streets.
We need to talk to some new blood. Someone who is cool, but hot on the scene. You feel me?
I know this for a fact. If you feel me one more time, I am going to sock your fake English behind right in the mouth.
I got just the person. Let us go see. Say, who? Biddle.
Say who?
Say who, let us call him up.
Say, who? This is Tock Sheptock. Never mind who I am. The question is, who are you? Say, who? And what are you gonna do? I am homeless and you guys are putting us on the streets. This is to stop. I need to see you today. 1 hour will be fine. See you. Say, who?
Great job, Eric. Let's go.
Let me see if I can get some other folks. Brenda and Al, we may have to split up.
Hey, I have a meeting with my board. The Steve organization is looking into the dome homes as transitional housing. I have to be there.
Hey Fluff Buff, stop crying. You go meet Say who. And I will run the meeting. You had me reading all that info on the dome homes.
Yeah, baby boy. I will call my boys at the People for Fairness Coalition. We will represent and turn the meeting out. Baby boy.
That is the plan. Now let us get going. We have 54 minutes to get to Say, who Biddle.
You all know damn well, I ain't doing no running. I will catch the bus.
We will never get there on time at this pace.
Brenda is right, it is time to get in. Eric, call us out. Call on our friend to beam us up.
All we have to do is to get the rock out of your jock and we can do almost anything. Join me. Up and away.
Who are you, President Obama? Eric, I thought we were going to see Say who Biddle.
Mr. Producer, loose the hair on this guy. Bring in the street steam. Give us some clothes. And get us out of this talk show set.
I am Sekou Biddle, at-large council member, and I'm glad to be here with all of you today, sitting down, talking to you, learning a little bit about the issues and learning how I can be helpful. So, that said, I like to spend some time just listening to you all and hearing what's going on, what you feel like I need to know, and what are ways that I can be helpful on issues that are important to you.
I think everybody in the room will agree. We're getting tired of seeing condominiums go up and no low-income affordable housing.
Mm-hmm.
That's an issue very badly. And it seems like every time they need to put, like when they put the baseball stadium up, affordable housing went down.
Mm-hmm.
They went down to Chinatown to revitalize Chinatown. They took down affordable housing down.
I and a couple others said at the last ICH meeting, you know, the ICH that's the Interagency Council on Homelessness. Right. Okay, so you know about that. Okay, well anyway, they have no authority to create affordable housing, but as many of us know here, the primary cause of homelessness in this country is the lack of affordable housing. That is the #1 reason for people being homeless. It's not actually drug addiction or alcoholism. You know, they're actually number 6 and 7. But the primary reason for homelessness in the country is lack of affordable housing, and #2 is lack of a living wage. And so we do need to create affordable housing. It's kind of idiotic to me to have an agency that's charged with ending homelessness and has no authority to create affordable housing. Right. And the other thing I'll say, and I'll quit, is that you know, it's like we got the Emory workbed shelter where a man has to have a job to get in there. It's a shelter where you have to have a job. And you get guys that have been there for 2 and 3 years, and the reason is because they're working or they're being trained for jobs, but they don't make a living wage that enables them to live here in the city. Okay. And Steve and I can both tell you, that speakers for NCH, right, that you know, they have stats there where they say you have to make somewhere between $25 and $30 an hour to live here in the district. Of course, you can't make that much flipping burgers at McDonald's. Right. They're going to pay you that like that, you know. Right. But even so, you know, that creates this unresolvable issue of having very low wages and a very high cost of living, and there are some folks who are going to always need some form of assistance because they're never going to make above $15 an hour. We have not yet gotten to the point where we're actually
preparing people for jobs that are in the city, but also jobs that are going to be in the city in the future, right? So we have been traditionally preparing residents for jobs that are in the city today, many of which they will have fewer of those jobs in the future. So we've been big on construction jobs for years. Construction as an industry is actually getting smaller in DC.
Right. You're running out of space to build.
Well, right. That's one, but
well, you can't put so many condos up. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Although there's a lot of renovation going on, and we have a lot of historic structures in the city that need renovation.
But as an industry in the city, it's not getting bigger. So you don't want to keep pumping more and more people into an industry that is at best staying flat and potentially is getting smaller. But there are industries that are getting bigger. We want to put get more and more people trained to do those jobs. But the more important thing than the training is that they actually get into the job. Because we've actually got a fair number of training programs people are going through, and they're coming out, but they're not getting to work. And so that's a bigger challenge, is that people have to actually get into a job. And that is where I think the agency has fallen down. It's not a place to go and say, here's where I file for unemployment. It should be an agency that gets people into work and helps them stay into work. And that's what it has traditionally not done well. And we've got to work on helping to do that better. So the residents are going to work, and so that when they lose their job for whatever reason, it is helping them get into a new job or get the skills they need to get their next job.
Because I mean that the craziest thing in the world would be that you're more willing to put somebody into a housing unit where you're going to foot the bill for the rent, pretty much. You're going to give them food stamps, and you're going to do all this kind of stuff. And you're going to do this for pretty much the rest of their life.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Whereas you could invest a fraction of that money into a training program and give him a good job.
Right.
For a fraction of the money that you're going to spend over the course of his lifetime taking care of him.
You better believe, Steve. We've been going at this guy pretty good. What do you think about him?
Well, TikTok, we've been together for a good while now. We've heard it all. We've seen them all. I did not hear not one solution.
Hey, he is new. Give him a chance.
How do you figure I am not giving him a chance? In fact, it's the streets team obligation to give him the best chance to serve the homeless.
Ah, I see. We could be the homeless advisory board. I could be the ombudsman, with a paycheck, and I could live right in the dome home.
Maybe to a homeless council, no to you as the ombudsman, and damn, I could not get in a solution, the dome home.
Let us get back in there for the photo op. Try to get close to him and set up another meeting. We can present the dome home as a solution.
As Ralph Cramdom would say to his pal Ed Norton, and away we go.
You want to give me a...
Keep looking. You ready? Yeah. You got yours? Taking a bunch.